Okay, so what's up guys, it's Maris here, and surprisingly we actually have some Black Ops 3 Zombies news and information here today, a bunch of really interesting stuff to talk about, and again, I'm going to be starting Infinite Warfare Zombies videos very soon, talking about leaks, different features within the game, maybe stuff that we will see within Infinite Warfare Zombies that we already saw within Treyarch Zombies, you know, all these different video ideas that I'm going to do for the next couple of days, or we have exactly like 2 weeks, or a little under 2 weeks until Infinite Warfare Zombies releases, so that'll be that, but we still have stuff to talk about for Black Ops 3 Zombies. It's actually really interesting, especially today's video, because we're going to go back to remaster maps, and I haven't talked about remaster maps in like over a month now. So with this poster that they found, and I'll talk about where they found the poster, these YouTubers at sort of the Call of Duty event, with this poster that they found, it gives us a bit more insight as to how we have the possibility of seeing remaster maps, where we're going to see them, who they're going to be made by, and all these different pieces of information that we really didn't really think about before, because we were just all caught up in Resurrection 2.0 and DLC 5, and now we actually have a clear understanding of, okay, this is how we can actually get remastered zombie maps coming in the next couple of years, or maybe even sooner. So that's that, and we will also be talking about the real DF and unsolved Easter eggs again for Revelations, but it's actually a bit different, because you go through a whole different Reddit sort of drama cycle where the real DF basically deleted his account, or was forced to delete his account, and then he has like separate side accounts, and we could be looking at one of his separate side fake accounts right now where he's actually giving us information and just no one really knows what's going on. I don't know, it's a really crazy situation. So that's what we're gonna go to within this video. If you can't leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. If we can go for 400 likes, that'd be freaking insane. And thank you guys for supporting and liking the video as always, and let's get started. So first one here, obviously the whole real DF thing. It's really interesting. Let me just get started, show you guys the Reddit post, and then we'll talk about why it could be the real DF in his separate side account. So let me read this here, and then I'll give you some backstory of this. Anything new yet? I'm fairly new to the subreddit, so I'm not so sure if anything new has been found yet. And he's talking about the real DF. The real DF basically said there's one on every map, talking about a bunch of random Easter eggs, and he was talking about the super Easter egg back then, all this random stuff. And this guy's like, oh, what did he mean? What do you think we can find on every map? And just being sort of like, oh, like what is this? And it's a bit random, because obviously we're sort of done with the super Easter egg. We're done with all of that stuff. We're done with finding stuff on every single map. So why would a random guy just say like anything new yet? Like, what's going on here? I'm fairly new to the subreddit and just want to know. So it seems already a bit suspicious. And if you go into a comment section here, I decoded this guy's username, and the result is, do you know who I am? Okay, now how suspicious does that get for the actual name? Remember guys, the name of this guy, I'll show you right now. His name is a bunch of letters all brought up together, and someone decoded those letters, and it came out to be, do you know who I am? How cryptic is that? That's something exactly the real DF would do, which is just so hilarious and so insane. So again, not saying it is the real DF, but the real DF has done stuff like this before. It would only be him, honestly. So you move through as well, and you look at some of the different quotes that were decrypted as well from this guy's account, and he's basically saying, just so no one else wastes their time on this BS, whatever, you were the chosen one. You were supposed to look for the super Easter egg. Instead, the whole thing has been one disaster after another. Those who will find what they're looking for, those who do not will not find what they're looking for. So I'm not going to go into the whole idea of the super Easter egg. I think this is more towards the Revelations Easter eggs, the unsolved Easter eggs, and a bunch of like the last mask and like all of this different stuff in Revelations we still have not found. I think it's relating to that. I don't think it's relating to the super Easter egg anymore. But again, the real DF, if this is his side fake account, we better watch this account, because it will be giving us a bunch of really interesting information, it seems like, as the next couple of days and weeks progress, because obviously everyone hates the real DF, and he has this side account because he still, I guess, is credible and still has information. I don't really know anymore, honestly, because obviously the whole super Easter egg thing really fell apart with that, so he lost a lot of credibility with that super Easter egg drama. But I don't know, it's really interesting. So again, they're Easter eggs still to be discovered on Revelations, and this could be the way in which we can actually solve these Easter eggs from this, side secret account that the real DF has. So here's something pretty cool as well, talking about a remaster map. So this doesn't necessarily relate to the game itself, but it relates to an overall thing with Treyarch Zombies. So a couple YouTubers went to, I think it was like Wisconsin or something, to this Modern Warfare Remastered multiplayer recording capture event, and they went to Raven Software Studios, whatever they're called, like Raven Software. They basically are the guys that remastered Modern Warfare COD 4. So they remastered that game. That was their sole purpose as a company, as a developer, whatever. And they saw this poster within Raven's Studios, within one of their hallways, whatever. And it's Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies, and it's like Shangri-La apparently, and it has like Frank Woods in the background, like a bunch of really weird stuff. It's a really sick poster as well. A lot of people were saying that, but I don't think the news here is the poster. I think it's actually a bit more than the poster as well. The poster gives us a bit more insight as to Raven sort of being in touch with Treyarch Zombies, because obviously, you know, that's a pretty crazy poster. I don't think anyone's ever seen that poster before. It's a pretty unique poster. So it seems as if that Raven has some sort of connection, at least, with Treyarch Zombies, or, you know, at least Treyarch Zombies in general. And what you think about this here, going back to remaster maps from the beginning of August and July, when we were saying, okay, DLC 4, remaster maps, you know, we have Resurrection 2.0, DLC 4 will have remaster maps, 4 maps remastered, and then 1 new map. Or the crazier idea was DLC 5, remaster maps on the side, downloadable, $5 each per map, you know, like all this insane stuff. And since that all fell through, people were just like, okay, so we're never going to see remaster maps anymore. And we saw it on Revelations as well. The maps were basically just brought together and remastered to some extent, and we were just like, okay, this is it, it's done. We have no chance of getting any sort of remaster map. But if you think about it, Raven Studios, whatever their name, Raven Studios Software, whatever their name is, I keep on forgetting, their sole purpose at this point is to basically make remastered games. So it wouldn't be surprising for, you know, this Raven company to have a Call of Duty Zombies poster, to have remastered Modern Warfare COD 4, this game here. They could be remastering games every year at this point. We're not so sure. Obviously, they're not a part of the 3-year cycle, so they're probably going to be taking the role of remastering Call of Duty. So what would make a lot of sense in, you know, I guess anyone's mind is that, you know, this Raven Studios company will remaster Call of Duty Zombies, or they will remaster, maybe in this case, Black Ops 1 Zombies, or all the zombie maps together, or specifically a couple different zombie maps per year, every couple of months. And I think if we had any chance of anyone doing that, I feel like it wouldn't even be Treyarch. Treyarch has to work on their own games. They have to work on their multiplayer, their campaign, their zombies, their own sort of set of game modes they need to release. So they probably don't even have time to make remaster maps. And if you think about it, this separate company, this separate Raven software company, they have the time. Their sole purpose for COD 4 for this year was to specifically make a remastered game. So I think seeing the zombie poster here and seeing the fact that they're only here to remaster games is a pretty interesting sign to think like, wow, we can actually get these guys to remaster any of the maps for Black Ops, or not for Black Ops 3 Zombies, just for a random year. So maybe in 2018, 2019, whenever we see the next Treyarch Zombies game, alongside the Treyarch Zombies game, we'll see a sort of side game, whether or not it's Black Ops 1 Remastered, Black Ops 2 Remastered, or just every Call of Duty Zombies map in one remastered game, you know, and they went through, they changed everything, they made the graphics better, they changed different stuff, whatever they need to do, and we see that alongside Treyarch's next game. That would make perfect sense. That's what Raven Studios they're doing right now, and I think it's just an absolutely insane thing. But it moves into the Revelations aspects. I think a lot of people, when they saw Revelations, they basically just thought, okay, so why would they remaster zombie maps when the last map, apparently, of the Treyarch Zombie storyline, obviously the ending was pretty bad, but that was supposed to be the last map of the Treyarch Zombie storyline. They brought these maps together, they remastered them, they remastered at least certain sections of the maps, put them together. Why would they make another game and just remaster those maps again, you know? Why would they make Revelations, remaster maps, and then just like remaster maps 2 years later? It just doesn't really make any sense. If anything, they should have made Revelations a completely new map, a completely new experience, if they were planning on making these separate remaster maps. So a bunch of different ideas is that's a separate thing with Treyarch and Raven Studios. Raven Studios, their sole purpose is to just remaster the games, go through, and bring it to us. So they have nothing to do with Treyarch Zombies other than they're using their assets and they're remastering it. That's all they're doing, you know? They're not really messing with the storyline. They're not really messing with anything. Raven Studios here, they're just remastering, you know, and changing it and just moving it through for next-gen consoles. So if anything, it wouldn't really matter if the maps were already on Revelations. also a bunch of ideas I've been seeing, and if you want to go with the idea I explained before, where, I guess Raven Studios, they can basically remaster only a couple maps every couple months. So, did they just do 4 maps? Think about what we saw in Revelations. We were missing a couple of maps. We were missing Transit, Die Rise, basically for the most part Buried, bunch of other random stuff there. I'm just forgetting off the top of my head, but we were missing a bunch of interesting maps that would have been pretty sick on that Machine Numa, Deriz and stuff like that. So obviously, actually no, Deriz has been remastered so many times, but basically what I'm saying is that the maps that we didn't see in Revelations, we could see remastered into this game by Raven Studios. So I don't know, guys. I think there's a good chance, at least with this company, if we were gonna see any sort of remaster maps, it would be with these guys. Other than that, I mean, there's nothing else we can really say at that point. That's the only possibility. Like I said, Trick, they're doing their own thing, and that's what it really is. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching the Revelations Easter eggs. Obviously, I didn't really go in-depth on the specific Easter eggs because I've talked at them before. The omelet, the chicken egg, the last mask, the different weapons in the code, like all this different stuff within the code still for Revelations will be discovered very soon, and maybe the real DF will give us some more information on that with his side separate account that basically he's trying to hide from everyone because, you guys know what happened with that. And, yeah, remaster maps, we'll just have to see what happens. I think it's a pretty cool thing. We'll probably not see it anytime soon, maybe within 2 years or so. Maybe even sooner. You never know what they're gonna do. I just think this company here being here to remaster maps, and their sole purpose is just to do that. It's just a pretty hopeful thing that we will see some sort of zombie remastered very, very soon. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you're watching at the end of this video, leave a comment below. Hi. Yeah. Do people normally comment hi? I don't know. Just comment below hi if you're watching at the end of this video. And yeah. See you guys later. Goodbye.